use in order to improve my spoken English. I'm taking my own section in order to share my knowledge among the students who are really inquisitive and where I have talked with many native speakers around the world. And initially, I couldn't understand them because of their foreign accent. I started learning IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, where I need to deal with so many sounds. Like there are
How
44
are you?
sounds in. Well, I'm fit as fiddle and doing fantabulous in my life. How about your side? How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm pretty well, and my day is going on very well. And what about you? How is going on your day so far?
Well, my day has been going so far, so good. No complaint. Thanks for your concern.
Okay, so it is our first meeting. So could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I would be more than happy to introduce myself. Well, my name is Shiv. I born and raised in India, and my native place is Uttarakhand. By profession, I'm a central government employee, and as far as my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. This is my final year. In addition to this, I do teach English to beginners and intermediate speakers through different online applications as an unofficial English trainer. And I run my own YouTube channel by the name of English with Teachership, where I'm uploading spoken English content at the same time some conversational videos as we are having right now. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
That's good. So already you are doing job and simultaneously you teach student English as a language.
Yeah, but I'm not a certified English trainer as I don't teach in a professional way. The application which I used to use in order to improve my spoken English, I'm taking my own section in order to share my knowledge among the students who are really inquisitive and enthusiastic in order to see some modification and upgradation in their spoken English. So I'm trying to help them out with my little knowledge and experience. So that's all.
Yeah, it's a good, but you know that a teacher is a teacher, not professional. And right now you are teaching, so I can say you are a teacher. And so you take class online or offline.
Well, only online. I do take my own sessions online. Yeah.
So it's a paid class.
No, no, it's free of course. As I shared, like I don't teach English professionally. I don't take any paid classes.
Okay, so how long have you been taking classes?
Well, I've been speaking English for last 3.5 years, and I've been taking sessions for last 2 years.
Okay. So when did you think that you should start your YouTube channel and you should teach as a student in English language?
Well, ma'am, the thing is that actually I myself consider me as a learner, and why I'm teaching because someone has suggested me if you really want to improve your spoken English, you want to take this level to the advanced level, and you want to switch from beginner to intermediate or intermediate to advanced, all you have to do is just start teaching others. Because teaching itself is a kind of practice where first you have to educate yourself, you have to have a deep research about the content, the stuff, the knowledge which you are about to share with your students. And this is how you can elevate your own knowledge as well when it comes to spoken English. So that's why I've started teaching. Now, second one is some of my students have requested to me that, sir, actually, whenever you start your own session, so you don't have any particular time to start your session. As I'm a central government employee, so I don't have exactly. So they suggested me, why don't you open your own YouTube channel in order to share your content, your stuff, the knowledge which you have accumulated so far on YouTube. So in this way, whenever we are free, we can watch those videos, and that's how we can learn something. If we have any doubt, we are going to text you in your DM. I said, okay, that's fine. So that made me to start my own YouTube channel. But once I started my YouTube channel, I came to know that if I would start my own YouTube channel, so I can, saved and store my videos there on YouTube. And I can easily compare with my current video, the first video I have uploaded on my channel. And this is how I can easily evaluate at the same time assess my performance, the the effort which I'm making, or the eligibility which I do carry with in order to improve my spoken English. Am I on a right track or not? If yes, so good. If not, then I need to change my strategies in order to work upon my spoken English at the same time in my teaching style. So that's how it works.
That's good. So I would like to ask you, your accent is like a native speaker. So how did you improve your accent?
Well, this is another part of my English journey. Well, I don't know how you guys learn this language, but when it comes to me, I started learning English with the help of one application where I have talked with many native speakers around the world. And initially, I couldn't understand them because of their foreign accent. But then, after I started watching some videos on YouTube of native speakers, how they speak and how they communicate with people, then I came to know about the accent. Then I started again in order to have a conversation with them. As soon as I started interacting with them more and more, I got a bit influence of their accent on my spoken English. As you know very well, environment plays a very vital and imperative role in one's personality and behavior. So same goes with me, and that happened with me. Otherwise, intentionally, I haven't tried to learn any accent, neither American nor British. So the accent which I have, I would say this is our neutral accent, which I have inculcated for myself so that I would sound more professional, and all I need to focus on in my correct pronunciation, which means whatever I'm speaking right now, it should be understandable to the person to whom I'm talking with. Now,
Right.
second thing, yeah, last year I decided to work upon my pronunciation because my pronunciation was not that much good as it is right now. It was so eccentric and weird. So I started learning IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, where I need to deal with so many sounds. Like there are 44 sounds in IPA, 24 consonant and 20 vowel sound, which you need to practice. Once you start practicing with those sounds, you would see that you need to train your mouth muscles, your glottal sound, your nasal sound, and the tip of tongue. So many stuff are there. So I tried, though I'm not perfect because it requires high level of effort and a proficient and well-structured training that I haven't taken. So, but anyhow, these are two reasons my way of speaking and my accent becomes a little bit different the way normal Indian speakers speak English.
Okay, that's good. So have you completed your all academic in convent schools?
No, I did my schooling from Hindi medium school. There was no subject
My
like
God,
English in my school days.
actually, right now I'm talking to you, so I'm feeling I'm talking any native speakers. So how did you improve
Thank
your
you.
English? How did you improve?
Well, yeah, that's a very beautiful question which you have asked me just now, and I would reply in this way. Well, learning a language is not a piece of cake for everyone, but it's not a hard nut to crack as well. You need to understand some psychological facts about this language, and that's how you can master it. In my case, I had a powerful reason to master this language because I was quite fascinated towards this language and I wanted to learn it. I wanted to master it. And that enthusiasm and my keen passion to learn this language made me to start my journey. Then, when I started, I was not lucky as there are so many people. I was being humiliated and criticized by many people just because of my this way of speaking and my English, like spoken English, was so terrible and terrifying at that point of time. As you know, being a Hindi medium school student, how difficult it is to cover the gap between beginner to intermediate, then intermediate to advanced. So I struggled a lot. But the day someone insulted me so badly, he said, the rapist of English, he said to me. And at the same time, he said, like, the way you're speaking seems to be that you are doing postmortem of this language, and please forget about this language. Give up. And I had only two choice at that point of time. Yes, I have to give up or I should move on. But I took that criticism in a constructive way, in a positive way, and I took it as a challenge. And from there, I like did practice day in and day night. Like I did practice for 14 to 16 hours, and that's how I improved. So what I have done first, powerfulism, as I have told you already. If you know the reason of why you want to learn this language, you can try. Second thing, I didn't expect the same level of perfectionism from my side as native speakers of English have in this language, which because this is not our mother tongue. We are not born with this language, right? So we should not feel bad about it if we are making any mistakes and stucking and fumbling somewhere. The third thing, I started work upon my vocabularies because I knew thoughts in my mind, but when it comes to expression, I couldn't express myself. So I started learning vocabularies. I learned at least one or two vocab every single day, and I incorporate the same vocabs in my spoken English throughout the day. Fourth thing, what I believe, like we should not obsess with grammar rules in our initial stage. Rather, we should focus on our flow and fluency. The moment we reach on that level where we can speak English without any hesitation and shyness with anyone, then after then after you can go for grammar, but not in a initial stage. You should not get a type of grammar in initial stage. Fifth one, I did practice a lot as I've shared because practice makes a man perfect, though I'm not perfect and I don't even consider anyone perfect in this whole world because perfectionism itself is a very, rigid and negative terminology that I would say. So if you do practice on a constant basis, if you're regular to us a practice, you can see a massive and drastic change in your spoken English. Now, sixth one is people are literally afraid of making mistake. And I was that. I used to, afraid of making mistakes. But after a period of time, I overcome with that problem. What I had in my mind at that point of time that we all are human beings, and for humans, mistakes are allowed. And everyone makes mistake. There's no single person who's not making mistakes. Teachers make mistakes, native speakers make mistakes, elders make
Yeah,
mistakes,
making mistake is
experienced
part of life.
speaks. Yeah, mistakes is a part of our life, and mistakes could become a teacher for us because mistakes will teach you where are you lacking and where you need to work upon. Right.
Yes.
Now, next one is English speaking environment. I hope you remember how did you learn your mother tongue when you were a kid? The time you started observing to your parents, you started listening to them, then you, after a period of time, started imitating to the same. And that's how you learn your mother tongue. Same goes with English. Try to create an English speaking environment around you. If you are watching any videos, try to watch in English. If you are talking to someone, try to talk in English only. If you're writing, write in English. If you're reading something, though it's a storybook, but read in English only. Use online applications in order to have a conversation with some different colors as they are equally inquisitive like you to hone their communication. Nowadays, AI is there. Talk to AI. Yesterday, I was talking to AI, and I couldn't express my feeling to you that how excited I was feeling at that point of time. And picture description, whatever you have, like whatever you do since morning till night, you can narrate every single step in English, right? So from there, you can create an English speaking environment. The next one is a very important point that is LRWST. LRWST. Listening, reading,
Yes.
writing, speaking, and thinking English.
Yes.
Listening podcasts, audiobooks, native speakers, good speakers, English trainers will allow you to get the real exposure of this language. Reading books will improve your pronunciation if you read aloud. You can improve your vocabularies because there are so many new words that you are not acquainted with before. You can improve your advanced English expression because you know very well. Those authors and writers who are writing these books, they are so qualified and experienced in terms of writing and using this language in a very magnificent and splendid way. Right. A third thing is writing. Writing will develop your accuracy in terms of grammar. You can use your vocabs that you have learned so far. Third thing, when you write, you think first. This is how you can develop your content creation power. Now, next one is the speaking, which we are doing right now. Speaking can be learned by speaking only. There is no other alternative. Right. So the more you speak, the sooner you are going to master this language. And last is thinking English. This is a very important point because we have been following the traditional and conventional method of translation. Pankha chalta hai, fan is walking. Is it true? It's not. We need to, we should understand this funniest part of this language. Like translation is not a good technique which you are following to learn this language. Rather, adapt and acquire the modern technique of you can say this thinking English power. So that's how it works. And learning a language is a kind of journey that you have to cover. You have to enjoy this journey, avoid procrastination, be passionate towards it, and that's how you can master this language. These are the steps which I have followed in order to learn this language. Yeah, over to you.
Yeah, right. And that yeah, this part is very important for learning English. So writing is important for speaking English.
Of course, as I said, if there is a car has four wheels. So I would say English is your car, and these four wheels are listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Right? These are four wheels. If you want to a car to run smoothly, so you have to understand these four wheels are equally important. If one wheel is not working properly, you can't drive the car. So same goes with English. Most of the time, we have this hallucination and myth in our mind that I want to learn spoken English, so why should I indulge myself into writing? But just think,
Right,
when you write something, you think first, right? And when you
right,
speak something, you think first. So the common process is thinking first. In both cases, your mind is working, your brain is working, and we have been speaking our native language, our mouth, our brain is being trained to speak our native language only. That's why I'm very comfortable with that. But as soon as you want to switch native to English, you need to change the way your mouth muscles works. At the same time, the brain process. And these are the only steps that you can follow in order to just think in English and speak English in a natural and organic way, where you are not putting so much effort to think about vocabularies, grammar rules, and so many other things. Whereas you are so much comfortable to say the same thing which you have in your mind.
right, sir. Yeah, I'm totally agree with you. And yeah, it is good conversation for all beginners.
I have enjoyed this conversation. Thanks for giving your precious time in order to connect with me. And in future,
Also,
definitely we'll
your
talk
time
again
is
and
thank
we'll
you.
talk about some other aspect of language. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So we will meet again. Nice to talk to you. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Take care.